Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining. Now, we are still following up on Malcolm-Jamal Warner's death that happened a couple of days ago. Now, as we speak, these officials have revealed a shocking new twist in his death that happened on Sunday while he was vacationing in Costa Rica. Initially, Albert Leon, the head of the tourist police for the country's Atlantic region, claimed the actor's 8-year-old daughter was in the ocean with him and was successfully rescued. However, Costa Rica's Judicial Investigation Agency, or IJ, has since clarified that the girl was on the beach's shore when her dad entered the water with a friend, got caught by a high current, and drowned. Mr. Warner, as I quote, was playing with his daughter at the seashore at one point. He then left out of the water and he and a friend of his entered the sea. A representative of the OIJ told a news outlet in a statement, which was translated from Spanish on Thursday. Now, it was at this moment that they was swept away by the current and the friend managed to get out. The statement continued. However, Mr. Warner was unable to get out and was pulled out by several people on the beach. He received care from the Red Cross officials but was pronounced dead at the scene. The man who pulled Warner out of the water, a doctor, recounted the harrowing scene to different media outlets. Like Warner, he was on a vacation, enjoying the day in the town of Playa Grande. Now, according to the doctor, there were very few people on the beach that day, which could have been cold because of the sea was a little bit rough. When he had a group of people screaming and calling for help, he quickly ran to the area and entered the sea with his surfboard, heading into the rip current toward the person being pointed at by some beachgoers. Now, after a few minutes, the doctor said he saw a shadow and immediately dove down and pulled the person out. Now, when the doctor finally reached the beach with Warner, he saw another man lying on the sand struggling to breathe. It was at this moment that they were swept away, that realized that he had been swept away by the current. Now, he was just someone who tried to help during the emergency without any rescue equipment, the doctor explained, adding that immediately first responders began providing first aid to Malcolm, but he had no vital signs. The medical professional said two tourists who identified themselves as doctors ran over to help. A few minutes later, Costa Rican Red Cross personnel arrived. They used specialized equipment on the Cosby Show star, including a defibrillator, but he did not respond. Warner was pronounced dead at the scene at the age of 54 due to asphyxiation by submersion. Quite a very hard word right there. The other man was transported to the local medical clinic in critical condition, but has since been released and is doing absolutely okay. Now, this is just a little we could get for you. Let's now take a very quick look at who exactly was Malcolm. See you. Now, the latest that we have is that he was in Costa Rica at the time of his death, where he had gone on a family vacation and drowned while swimming, a source confirmed to different news outlets. Now, a representative for Mr. Warner did not immediately respond to request for comment. Warner's career began with his role as Theo on the Cosby Show. The actor played the only son of Bill Cosby's character in the sitcom from 1984 to 1992. In 2023, Warner told different news outlets of the show that he can speak comfortably about the show and that he is so proud to have been a part of that, irrespective of how the show actually got different backlash. Now, Warner did, of course, acknowledge how the show's legacy had changed given the allegations made against Cosby, 88, who was convicted of sexual assault in 2018, but later had the charge overturned in 2021, only for 5 more women to accuse him of sexual assault. Now, regardless of how people did feel about the show, Mr. Warner continued to be very, very proud. Now, following The Cosby Show, Warner went on to star in several other successful TV shows and movies. He and Eddie Griffin led the sitcom Malcolm and Eddie from 1996 to 2000. And Warner, in particular, was also well known for his role as Alex Reed on Read Between the Lines, which he starred in alongside Tracy Ellis Ross from 2011 to 2015. Now, more recently, Warner had starred in major crimes as Chuck Cooper, as Julius Roy in Suits, and as A.J. Austin in The Resident. His latest venture, however, was a podcast, Not All Hood, that he launched with his 2 other colleagues as a means of breaking down barriers to mental health in the Black community. Now, this, of course, happened last June when he launched the podcast with co-hosts Wesi Barak and Candace Kelly, and he told different media outlets that it was a space where he could be his most vulnerable. As I quote his own word, he said, "It's been an interesting experience for me because it's a place where I feel safe enough to be able to be as vulnerable as I allow myself to be," he said. When the Black community, or when we talk about the Black community, we tend to speak of it as a monolith, where when the reality is there are so many different facets of the Black community. And we wanted to have a space where we can really explore, discuss, and acknowledge all of those different aspects, he said at the time before his death. Now, Warner is survived by a wife and a daughter whose identities he opted to definitely keep private. Now, just to take you a little back on who exactly is Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Now, Malcolm-Jamal Warner was born on August 18th, 1970, and he's been an American actor, director, and musician, best known for his role as Theo on the popular sitcom The Cosby Show. He began his acting career at a very young age, landing guest roles before his breakthrough on The Cosby Show. Beyond acting, Warner has directed various television shows and music videos, and he has also explored a career in music, releasing albums and winning a Grammy Award. His early life, he was born in Jersey City, New Jersey, and raised in Los Angeles by his mother, Pamela Warner. He began acting at the age of 9 and appeared in episodes of Matt Houston and Fame before landing his iconic role on The Cosby Show. The Cosby Show aired from 1984 to 1992, and Warner's portrayal of Theo earned him an Emmy nomination and 2 Young Artist Awards. During his time on The Cosby Show, Warner also began directing, helming episodes of the show and other series like All That and Kenan and Kel. He directed music videos for artists like New Edison and 5 Star. Now, post Cosby Show career, Warner continued to work in television, in appearing in shows like Jeremiah, Read Between the Lines, and The Magic School Bus. He also appeared in films such as Fool's Gold and had recurring roles in series like Suits and The Resident. In 2015, he won a Grammy Best for Tradition R&B performance for his collaboration with Robert Glasper Experiment and Lalal Hathaway. Warner also explored a career in spoken word and jazz-influenced hip-hop, releasing several albums and mixtapes. Personal life, he was in a relationship with his Cosby Show co-host Michelle Thomas, who later died of cancer. He has a wife and daughter whom he has chosen to keep private. Warner's work on The Cosby Show left a lasting impact on television and American culture. He leaves quite a unique legacy. He was recognized for his talent and versatility as an actor, director, and musician. His contributions to television and music have earned him several numerous accolades. Now, this is a man that we are talking about. Having had a career that spanned for decades, has had quite a unique influence on the American music and pop culture at large. He leaves behind a group or a section of fans across the globe that really, really were invested in his work. And I know it is a very tough time for his family, most especially for his bereaved or the wife and the children, whom he kept private for now. But we continue to send our sincere condolences to the family, and may the strength of the Lord continue guiding them and strengthening them during this difficult time. I'll be bringing you more or a lot of these conversations about the dead or the late, but for now, continue subscribing. Keep it locked.
Here we go again. Here we go again. We got that flow again. You should know again.
So cold that it might snow again.
Yeah, you make you blow your nose again.